Welcome to the Your Thought Consultancy. So, in the today's topic, we are going to discuss about the testing levels and see that how these levels are helping us to do our software testing in different phases and different stages in different ways with their aim and objective, which will help us to understand these topics and these levels. So here is my introduction that I have a 15-year experience in software testing since from last different more than decade. I have served 200 projects as a solo, as a team member, and as a you can say a consultant with different multinational company. I have touched five different domains, and also I am working as a consultant nowadays with different multinational company where I am serving as a strategic improvement and consult providing the consultation mentoring to their teams and stuff like that. And you can approach me out through these gadgets if you have any question in your mind and watching the videos on my channel. And if you have any query related to the testing, doesn't matter that it's belong to the area, and I will try to answer your question if I know. If I don't know, I will ask someone and get back to you with your fruitful with the fruitful answer for you. So going start to the today's topic, as we have discussed that today's topic is the level of testing. So basically level of testing is belonging and explaining us that how we have divided our testing into four levels and what these levels are basically owning the objective and how these level are, you can say, helping us to improve the testing quality when we are doing any project. So it's divided in four parts like unit testing, integration, system and then system and then the acceptance testing. So I will explain one by one and each level, and then we do have a summary at the end with different aspect of these testing levels. Let's see that how these level and their aspect help us to improve our testing quality in our testing phase. So first of all, we will go and discuss about the unit test. As its name is describing, that it's dealing with the unit level testing, where we are dealing the testing at the unit level, module level, where we are testing isolatedly the modules and then see the in by putting the input and getting the output. And it's a basically normally run on the code end, and to make sure that the code which we have written as a unit at the unit level is working fine. So let's suppose if we talk about the example testing a single function or method which we have write in our code, in our class, in our, you can say, the logic layer in the code level. So we need to see that that is working fine or not according to the functionality, yes or no. So but the tester department, how the testing department can help us in this module level testing level. So they can provide their written test cases, and the developers can run those test cases to see that are they done code in a right fashion to achieve the quality and to fulfill the requirement in terms of the client satisfaction. So then moving forward and to the towards the integration testing level. So in the integration testing level, normally we are dealing with the integration of two or three or four or nth number of module with each other, that after the integrating that the product, how the product is behaving after the integrating. Let's suppose if we have a B C module, so in the unit we have test A B C individually, and then in the integration module, so we will see that the how the A B C working in a combined fashion. So maybe the B is getting input from the A, or maybe C is getting input from the A. So we definitely A should work fine. Then it will send us and give us a correct output, which we can use as a input in the C or B. So that's how we can test and make sure that these on these two levels the product is working fine according to the given requirement yes or not. So we can see that if we talk about the example of the integration, so testing the communication between the web application and the databases as well, we need to make sure trivial and the storage work seamlessly. So we need to see that all other aspect of integration that is working fine according to the requirement or not. So moving forward with the system testing level, so in the system testing as it's describing itself, um, that we will see the things, the completeness of the software at the system level. So the functional testing of the entire application to check if all the feature, all the modules, all the units, all the component of the system is working fine according to the requirements. So that is called the system testing. So in the acceptance testing, so normally we are dealing with the acceptance testing where we are checking, you can say, the acceptance criteria which we have got, which we have got from the client side and the end user side, and we will execute those path and see that the things are up to the mark according to the end user or not. So normally if you talk about the responsibility of these levels, so unit is purely belonging from the dev side, then the integration is belonging from the both side, the dev and the QA, and then the system is purely belong the QA, and the acceptance is QA and product. So normally, so we do have different type of, you can say, the style and method to do the unit test acceptance testing level, like the maybe your product team can do, maybe your testing team can do, and maybe you can hire the pool of specific people who can execute the given test cases and share the feedback with you, which will help us to improve our product quality as well. So here are the different aspect which we can see level wise, and that the objective, if you talk about the objective of the unit test, validate each unit functionality and make sure that things are working fine, and ensure the combined value functionality, ensure that the combined module function correctly or not in the integration, and then go and talk about the system level. In the system level, we are check the entire system according to the given requirement, yes or not, and then the finally the confirm the product is acceptable to the end user, yes or not. This is barely belong from the acceptance criteria. So in the example, testing is sorting the algorithm, and then the testing the integration between the service and the databases is one of the example, the classical example of the integration testing. And then comes to the system testing, then test, as we have already discussed about, the system testing is purely belong from the entire system, where we will see that the system is working up to the mark or not, and then we talk about the acceptance criteria, where we are seeing the acceptance testing as well, the end user testing to approve the application, yes or not. So these all level will help us to improve our testing at different levels, at different stages, and in different ways. So these are some aspect which we have covered. We do have a lot of other aspect in the coming sessions. Maybe we will have that capture and then explain and discuss with you guys and see that how you can improve and learn these things from for your project and for your daily routine work when you are doing the testing. So the at end, we do have a summary quickly, that all the levels are important. Doesn't mean that if the unit is important or either the system is important, all the level has their own significance, their own importance in the testing. So we will need to keep eyes to make sure that all the level of testing should be executed for any project which we have in our hand. So one thing keep in mind, that as we have discussed in the last session, that the importance of the quality. So these are the things which we have discussed gradually in this course, that the level of the testing, as we have discussed today. In the previous day we have discussed about the verification and the validation, and a day before yesterday we have discussed about the QA and QC. So these all those things which we can use in our testing and improve our testing for our projects. So if you have any question, do let me ask in the comment section. So for now, today we are done and we are going to sign off for today. Take care, Allah. Take care.